I'm Kim Herron, and I am excited to be with you, joining together with students and learning how to master the maze in living today. Now, I get a lot of my inspiration for teaching from my own three very diverse children, one of which has been given a life expectancy of 20 without needing a heart transplant. Now, let's put that into perspective. What that means is that whether our students have one more day or 100 more years to live, what we are expected to prepare them for is what they are living right now, today, not just after graduation. So I have to always ask myself, what am I doing to engage and ensure students are living for today? Using student voice and choice, I let students help engage in the choices and the projects and activities that we do, which leads them to deeper inquiry, innovation, and motivation. In our ancient civilization projects, we do several options and choices, such as being the author, using mixed book and other book writing publications to write a book about the government and social classes of the civilizations. They post these onto their web pages that they create. Not only do they post their publications there, they also record their voices and reading of the book so it can be published online to a public audience. And they also get that hard copy of being a published author. Here is a picture of the students in Nepal that my students work with as they learn English and they work together. Another choice they have is to be a geologist. The geologists study and research the geology job roles and resources and create a game of their choice. The most popular choices made are normally the 3D game making devices such as Sandbox 3D Game Maker and Minecraft. This not only engages the students that are creating the games at a deeper level, sharing their information with others, but also those that are playing the games get that deeper level of learning and engagement as they learn the knowledge shared by those students. The cartographers become the expert tour guides, if you will. They utilize Google Earth, maps that they draw, maps that they make 3D with clay, and they share the information they learn on their webpage, but also become the student experts in the classroom in our open houses. Here's an example of one of the students sharing her knowledge with in our open house with a 9-foot globe of the world that they decided to create and make and design out of PVC pipe and painter's plastic. So they get the hands-on building as well as the technology. The archaeologists research the artifacts. They normally research 3 artifacts, share that in a podcast using GarageBand and iMovie, and place that onto their webpage that they create. But they also create a hands-on artifact that they get to make by hand. I have had everything from wooden stump shields made from leather straps and hubcaps to clay cuneiforms and tablets to papier-mâché masks and bullheads. Their creativity is just endless, and it really brings out their personalities. The architects is one of the more challenging job roles that is often sought after the most, where they get to architect one studies 3 of the buildings from their civilization. But then they also take that information, put it on their webpage, but then create one of their buildings utilizing Google SketchUp. Here's an example of a ziggurat created by a student. They really get into the details of the measurements and the scale. Everything has to be to scale, so it integrates that math and across the curriculum of the culture and resources and everything together. Now, the architect, too, works closely with the architect, one, and the geologist, as they have to create an entire city-state. How it was designed, what was it made from, what does it put to culture and social classes. They also utilize Google SketchUp to recreate this, and then we have a 3D printer that actually prints out anything made in Google SketchUp into a 3D form so the students can hold it. And this always engages and implements the kids to go to higher levels. They really want to put it into their environments and into their place to put the displays, and then they take it across and present it statewide. The musicians are always a fun role to bring out. The students can always bring out their rhythm, or maybe their not so much rhythm comes out here. But they always really get into studying the composure and the instruments and the religion, resources, and genres of the civilization of the past. They utilize GarageBand and a jam-pack software that brings in actually what the sounds of this ancient civilization music sounded like. But they really get into great conversations about the genres of music and purposes of today versus 1,000 years ago. So it's really fun to do. The chefs is the last choice I'm going to share with you today, where they create menus, 3 menus that they post online using all different kind of media to share the differences in the social classes and religions. I oftentimes get some home cooking shows that come alive on those as well. All of this comes together at the end of the year in our night at the Amazing Museum, where students share all their projects, both electronically and hands-made, in a 40 by 60-foot maze that the student created and designed and set up. And this is where they celebrate their diversity and their success. And it brings me to the question that I ask myself at the end of each day, and I hope you do the same. What have I done to ensure that every student has lived and celebrated their learning today for their possibilities tomorrow? Thank you.